Now we are going to discuss formalist criticism and traditional criticism. What is the difference between formalist criticism and traditional criticism? So first of all, let's take traditional criticism. So in traditional criticism is the normal way of criticism, like how we analyze a work when we are doing in our school and colleges and all. What we do, we are comparing, like we are looking for what the author is telling, how the work influenced the author, etc., where you analyze how the author's work is shown in that, but how the author's life is shown in that particular work. The author may choose to include some events, people or places to serve as an influence in the literary text. Some places, some people who influenced him may influence him in writing a particular story. The author may also choose to include the author's own characteristics, thoughts and emotions, etc., while they are writing a work. So when you analyze a work based on the biography or the psychology or the socio-economic culture of that particular society, based on all these things, when you analyze a text, it is traditional criticism. Now let us discuss about formalist criticism. Formalist criticism is a literary approach which provides reader with a way to understand and enjoy a literary text or a literary work for its own inherent value, for the value that it has as a piece of literary text, other than how it is influenced by the author's work. So each work has got its own literary qualities, right, in narration, whether it be the narration or the poetic devices used or the literary devices used. So formalist criticism will be criticizing a particular work based on this, the literariness of that particular work, how good it is, the quality of the work as a piece of literature, rather than how it is affected by the biography or the psychology of the author. Formalist critics spend a great deal of time analyzing literary devices like irony, paradox, imagery, metaphor, etc. So it is basically looking the quality of that particular literary work, comparing to the other literary work, not comparing to the life of the author. So let us see the difference between traditional criticism and formalist criticism. In traditional criticism, we use the biography of the author. The writer's biography and background can be a major reference. Then even the geographical background will be analyzed. The psychology of the writer also will be taken into account. The political and socio-economic background of that particular society at that particular time period of the time when the writer wrote the book is also important. When it comes to formalist criticism, formalist literary criticism, here, so there was more than just the life of the author. There is something more than the life of the author. The literary work itself speaks for itself and will give us more interpretations. Here we find, in formalist criticism, we find an interpretive approach that encourages the literary form and the study of stylistics. It focuses on what is written in the text rather than what is intended to be by the writer. It eliminates the dependence on the biography and psychology of the writer. The duty of formalist was very much great in the further developments. It is a bridge between traditional criticism and structuralism. Formalist criticism is similar to structuralism in the way how it elevates literary study to a scientific level. There is an objective research into what are the motifs that are used, what are the devices that are used, the techniques that are used, what are the other components that comprises of a particular literary work. The formalist critics, they prioritized and focused on the literariness of the text, the techniques that are used. A text can also be defined by the way it is structured. It is the qualities that differentiate one text from the other text. Formalist critics did not value the author or the context in which a particular work was written. They considered it unnecessary. Why? Because the narrative itself speaks for itself. A plot or strategy criticized for its function in the work in a specified text and not how it worked on other literary works. A particular plot will not be will be only analyzed like how it is helping in the literariness of the work. What is the function of that particular plot in the work? And we will not be going behind what happened at that time, how it happened, etc. Some of the famous Russian formalist critics includes Roman Jakobson and Victor Skovsky. So here the routine normal experience, let it be the experience of the author, but it will be they will not be going behind what happened. They will be looking for the hidden uniqueness of that particular work and how it is existing, and objectively rather than subjectively. Now objective means facts, like what are the facts. Subjective means related to personal. We don't, in traditional criticism takes everything personal, and formalist criticism takes everything like objective way, only for the facts, only for the literary devices that are used and the quality of the work and the literariness of the work. I hope you understood the difference between traditional criticism and formalist criticism. Okay.